To the Point with Michael Williams.
Good morning. We've been talking about school board races becoming the new hotbed for grassroots political activism and debates on a wide range of hot-button issues. The ABC is giving way to debates over bans on critical race theory, teaching, and gender discussion with young children, those banned in our local schools now under new law. One local race symbolic of such debates, District 6 in the Palm Beach County School Board race. And you heard from three challengers last week. Today, we begin our chat with Marcia Andrews, the longtime incumbent seeking re-election in that nonpartisan race.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Marcia Andrews, school board member, District 6, also a candidate for the school board District 6 election. I am your incumbent. I have been your school board member for 12 years. I am a champion for students, teachers, staff, schools, the community. I work so closely with them. I'm a former teacher, school principal, assistant principal, teacher. I've just been doing a lot of things with the school district. I was also the director of human resources as well as the chief of human resources. I am a public educator. I know what it's like to be in the classroom and to be in education. I do have a proven track record of success. I've been endorsed by elected officials in District 6 as well as community leaders because they know my work. They know my track record.
Ms. Andrews, what do you want to champion for children this go around? What are the most important issues to you?
The most important issues to me this go around will be school safety, unfinished learning, mental health, improvement in third grade reading, college and career readiness, as well as pre-K, all of those, but starting out with safety, unfinished learning, and mental health.
What do you want to do in the safety arena, which of course is so pivotal and important as we so heart-achingly see in the Parkland case, Uvalde, and many more?
Well, I know that safety means everything. Having been a teacher and a principal and being in the classroom, we've always had a school police department here with the school district, and we put money into our police departments with our referendum that we've had in 2018. But we just know that after Parkland, after Uvalde, we have to enhance even further. As you know, that we have a new Centrix buzzer alarm for emergency safety. But not just that, we've got to continue to keep ourselves abreast with the latest techniques in school security and safety. Kids must feel safe and be safe. And so we're looking at this point in time, having an officer in every school. We already do. Some cases we have more, which is a great thing. We have monitors, we have police aides, we have the latest technology. And I really want us to continue to be technology savvy as it relates to making sure that our schools are equipped. We have heart in our schools, but we want to make sure that we are doing everything possible to stay with the modern times when we know safety is critical to us.
Ms. Andrews, what about your other two priorities that you mentioned about learning and mental health?
Yeah, unfinished learning is so important. We're an A-rated district, as you very well know, but we have so many children that didn't make it during the pandemic. And so I'm running because I do know what it's like to be a teacher. I do know what it's like for students who have had issues in being successful, who've gone through this pandemic and didn't make it to the levels where they wanted to. More mental health services. We have professional mental health officials in all of our schools right now, mental health counselors, co-located services. We have all of that, but we've got to even take that to the next level. We've spent $20 million on school policing over the last few years, each year. 60 million just in 2019 and 2020 through referendum funds, thanks to our public. But we still have to evaluate ourselves so that we can take it to the next level to make sure that all of our classes and our schools are safe.
Ms. Andrews, in our remaining time, school board races, both locally and nationally, are as much about culture wars now and other debates. We see the parental rights and education law, which has created huge debate and lawsuits, including here in Palm Beach County. We see the ban on critical race theory being taught in schools. Your thoughts as you hear what is being said, what some of your opponents have to say. give us your perspective, please, in our remaining time.
Well, certainly we don't teach critical race theory. When we look at the new laws that are out there, those social wars, they're actually keeping teachers from coming to the Palm Beach County School District to teach. Right now, those rules that are in place, it's the law, it's the statute. We are doing the right thing in Palm Beach County. We have never taught students in K-3 about sexual education. We always work for appropriate dialogue with our students to make sure that they're educated appropriately. So when I look at that new law and statute in place, I think it's a good thing for parents to be aware of what's going on in the schools, because it's mostly talking to them about health-related issues, about issues as it relates to their children's mental health and their ability to say yes or no if there's a particular screening or a health problem that they may have. That's where that law comes into place. I think Palm Beach County has been on top of it as it relates to making sure that we do the right thing for all children as it relates to them being able to be successful, to be able to know exactly what's happening within their school, and certainly not engineering them into an area that would be inappropriate. We are looking to make sure our children are successfully educated emotionally, socially, and academically.
Next, the final of 4 challengers for Andrews District 6 seat, August 23rd, school teacher Deanne Ewers. She's from the Bahamas, became a U.S. citizen last year, and now wants to be part of Democracy in Action.
My name is Deanne Ewers. I've been teaching in Palm Beach County for 12 years this fall. I enjoy teaching. My reasons for running for Palm Beach County School Board member, District 6, is because as a teacher, I am equipped with the knowledge and experience needed to influence our educational system for the better. And during my years as a teacher, I also want to say that I've been a teacher mentor or soccer coach, and I've sponsored the newspaper club and book club. As a teacher, I fully understand the day-to-day workings of the school board member. I'm ready to take on the teacher shortages that is happening right now. We need our schools to stop sleeping on the applications, but hire people more quickly. That's one of the things. We also need to mention.
How do you mean that? Well, what is your critique there? What are you concerned is going on?
Well, I feel as if when a teacher or someone sends in an application, the administration takes pretty long to go ahead and sort that out and get people interviewed. We're having the teacher shortages not because people don't want a job, it's because they take a long process in interviewing people. You know, they keep putting a lot of people on hold. So I think that I can work on that. We need to have a time frame. When the application comes in, we need to go ahead and interview and get it done.
And let me ask you as well, Ms. Ewers, your platform, you said your priorities were creating a program in school that bridges the divide between police and students of colors, a workforce to track and high schools for students who don't want to go to college. First, talk about bridging the divide between police and students.
I love bridging the divide. I'm the only candidate with that. I spoke to my kids, and after the COVID and the lockdown, and they saw what was happening to Black and brown people, they said, "Miss, we don't trust the police." And I said, "Well, you need to respect the police and do what they ask you to do." So I came up with the Bridge the Blue program so that the kids and the police come into the school, the police who are at the school talk to the kids, what they need to do, how they need to act, what they need to say when the police does approach them, and the kids can tell the police how they feel when these things are going on. And I think that will build a trust back between the police and our kids. And we need that in the school system.
You also talked about establishing in your platform a workforce track in high schools for students who don't want to go to college. Back when I was a kid, eons ago, there were 2 separate tracks. You might want to go on and be a great, own your own carpentry business or your own company, plumbing, you name it. And it sounds like you want to kind of go back to the future there a little bit, as many have argued we should. But tell us about that.
We have some great magnet programs here in Palm Beach County, and that's all well and said and done. That's really, really good. But what about our zone schools? At our zone schools, because we have to send our kids to magnet schools or other schools out of their zones to get these programs. So in our zone schools, we need to put at least a few of these programs there so the kids who don't want to go to college can finish right there in their home school and go to work. Now, I'm thinking of office administration. We already have courses that deals with office administration. We have that already. We just need to add typing 1, typing 2, office procedures 1 and 2. We need to add a few things in there so they can come up with not just a high school diploma, but also another certificate that says I can go straight into the workforce and I can be an office administrator.
Okay. Or if you want to go start your own business or go on to industrial tech school, you have those opportunities. You don't have to do the college track.
No, you don't have to do the college track. Yeah, we need to give our kids more choices.
I want to ask you as well, there's been so much made about the culture wars going on and the big debates going on among some candidates in District 6, the parental rights and education law, the ban on critical race theory teaching in school. Where do you stand on those hot button topics?
I want to say something, Mr. Williams. This race is not about culture wars. This race is not about CRT. This race is not really about us fighting against each other. This race is about me as a school board member doing what's best for parents, as communicating with them, and for students, what they want to see, what they want to do, as well as for teachers. Because right now, the race is about teachers going into schools, and you have principals saying, what are you guys doing today? What's going on here? Why you didn't do this? Why didn't you do that? Or someone's going to get a pink slip today. We got teachers going into the schools being harassed every day. This race is bigger than some math, CRT, and everything else people are talking about. This is about taking care of teachers, students, and parents, and communicating with parents.
In your closing comments, it's a crowded field. At the end of the day, when people go August 23rd or vote early, why you over all the other candidates and the incumbent?
Thank you for asking that question. I am the best candidate for District 6 because, number one, I'm honest. I'm very kind and I'm very helpful. I get things done. I have a really good work ethics and I have a very strong Christian values. Every year, my students become my children and I treat them like my very own when they come into my classroom. I also want to say this race.
Briefly as we wrap up.
Okay, for me, going in there, you need to put in someone who's kind, who's helpful, who's considerate, and who knows and have the background of teaching and knows the school. My other candidate incumbent, she's been in there a while since 2010. She has not been doing what she needs to do. That's why there are 4 opponents against her right now. Then also we have other opponents that are coming in there, but they're coming in there.
I need you to wrap up. I promised everybody 5 minutes.
They're coming in there because they're angry, and you don't want to give someone who is angry any power. Okay, you don't want to do that. You want to give it to a teacher who's balanced, who's kind, who's helpful, and has the education background to do this job.
District 6 in Palm Beach County, emblematic of a lot of the hot button issues and debates in these grassroots races. The governor ahead suspends a Tampa Bay area state prosecutor, the political showdown and the fallout next.